Just on Lindholm, like as we said on the pod, they are waiting for Lindholm's decision. And Lindholm's decision is the linchpin to a lot of this. We already know that Hanifin has indicated he's not going to re-sign. And I think that the decision from Lindholm is going to really determine a lot of where Calgary is going here. I believe that I've said many times, I think that the number to keep him is going to be in the Horvat range, 8 times 8.5, same agency, so it makes a lot of sense. I think that Lindholm wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be a rebuild. I think he was understanding that some of the young kids were going to have to play, but, he didn't want to rebuild, but he still hadn't decided. And, I think until the Flames get that decision, I don't think we know which way they're going to go. And I had heard they weren't pressuring him. They didn't necessarily need it before the draft. But whenever Lindholm makes his choice, I think that's going to determine a lot of what happens in Calgary. So they wait on that. But I think they know to keep him, it's going to be in the Horvat range.
Like we mentioned on the podcast the other day as well, you mentioned that Lindholm is the linchpin. Is it, I don't want to say it's, open for sale if Lindholm decides that he's not going to re-sign with the Calgary Flames, but I think probably you look at maybe Michael Backlund or Tyler Toffoli or Chris Tanev, maybe Elliotte in a different way if Lindholm has indicated he's not coming back.
Yes, I think that's true. I think that's definitely the possibility. I think, with Toffoli, I think it's, I think that the biggest question there will be the term, but I think it's easier. It's easier for the Flames to think about doing it if Lindholm is still there. I think if he's not there, I think there's a possibility it changes their philosophy. And so I think that could potentially be the case with a Zadorov or a Tanev as well. So like I said, I think that, as I said the other day, I think Lindholm is the linchpin of this, and the Flames are waiting for him to make a decision. And, I think that's just where we are. What is Lindholm's choice going to be?